welcome back to my channel, Liv's Locket. I hope you are all doing well. This week's video is going to be me showing you some of my favorite ways to get into contact with ocean spirits, specifically mermaids and sirens from my altar. Now, there are, of course, so many ways to get in contact with ocean spirits, and you really don't need any tools to get into contact with them. You just need yourself. But I enjoy sharing some of my practices with you guys, and since I am filming this on a full moon, I thought this was the perfect time to share some of the ways I like to spiritually connect. All of the practices that I will be sharing with you guys today, I can do separately, but I prefer to combine at least some of them, if not all of them, to further enhance the energy. Let's start with the moon phases, specifically full moons. And I say that because they are incredibly spiritually charged during the time of the peak full moon and 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon. During this time, spiritual activity is heightened. Even paranormal activity is heightened during this time because the moon is at full illumination. The moon is the loudest, most exposed, and most active during this time. The energy is expanding outward, so it's the perfect time to reach out spiritually and get a clear message. The ocean tides, as we know, is strongly affected by the full moon. So again, it's enhancing the energy of the ocean and the spirits that inhabit it. The same goes for the new moon, but during the new moon, the moon is dark. You can't see it. So even though it's still very powerful, it's more of a introspective and clearing the slate time than it is a time for reaching out. Although you can still absolutely reach out, there's no right or wrong way. I just think full moons are the peak time for spiritual communication. The next way I like to communicate with ocean spirits is by having a designated candle/candle holder to invoke their spirit. So this is mine right here, and I got this candle holder from the thrift store. I just thought it was so perfect. I love the deep blue. And this is the candle that I have currently to invoke ocean spirits. Lighting a candle with intention is an invitation. It's a portal that helps them come through a little stronger. Remember to ask for protection before. This practice is used all around the world to invoke spirits, especially when used with intention. The flame amplifies your energy, making the portal more effective and open, which helps for clear communication. Speaking of portals, let's talk about handheld mirrors. Mirrors, as a lot of us know in the witchy community, are portals. This is a glamour magic technique that works well in sea witchcraft. I love to combine glamour and sea magic because ocean spirits are associated with glamour and love glamorous offerings. Mermaids are often depicted looking into mirrors, so communicating with them through mirrors, I've found a lot of success in. There are 2 ways that I like to use mirrors to communicate with ocean spirits. The first way is I like to leave my mirror on my altar with the mirror side facing up. Then I will either meditate or pull cards, sometimes both, but the mirror helps them to come through stronger. The second way is if I have a question, a request, want to chat, give gratitude. I talk to them while looking at myself in the mirror, but I speak to myself in the mirror as if I am talking to ocean spirits. It can feel a little silly at first, but if you want confirmation that they heard you, ask for a sign, I'm telling you, ask for a sign and you'll probably end up getting it. That's what happens to me. I also want to show you guys the mirror that I use because it's so freaking cute. I got it as a gift, but are you kidding me? It's like the perfect Ocean Spirits altar mirror. I want to share with you guys a mirror communications enchantment that you can do. I don't think it's necessary to do this every single time you want to communicate with ocean spirits through a mirror. I kind of more think of it as like upkeep. If you need a quick energy boost, you can do this ritual. Using a mermaid or siren oil is another essential for me. I love this because using an oil is very sensual and again has that glamour link that ocean spirits love. And I quickly want to mention that even if you're not inquiring about something glamorous, for example, let's say you're doing shadow work, which, side note, working with sirens is amazing for shadow work, but only if you've developed a connection with them first. But if you do connect with ocean spirits, I recommend doing some shadow work with sirens. Connecting with ocean spirits through glamour is still a great way to get into contact with them because glamour is inviting to ocean spirits. So whatever the reason is you're trying to get into contact with them, going through glamour, I recommend at least trying it out. A few ways I like to use my spell oils is by putting them on my candles. I like to put oil on myself, starting from my feet, going up towards my head. I also like to put oil on my throat, as well as my third eye for communication. Spell oils make me think of mermaids sitting on a rock and oiling their tails. Oils smell good, they're soft, sometimes they have a pretty color, or they have pretty herbs mixed within them. So it targets a lot of the senses in a pleasureful and inviting way. The last practice that I'm going to share with you guys in this video is communicating with ocean spirits via music. This is a big one. Mermaids and sirens are known for their voices. They are known for their own song. I have a playlist called Sea Siren, as well as a playlist called Soaking in Beauty. I will leave them both linked below if you want to check them out. The playlist Soaking in Beauty is mostly instrumentals, and the playlist Sea Siren has more words. But I always play music when I'm trying to invoke sea spirits. Sometimes with my siren playlist, I'll shuffle 3 times, and whichever the song it lands on will be my message. I'll take it as a message. And then other times I'll skip to a random spot in the song, and whatever lyric it lands on, I'll take that as a message. Other times I'll just leave the music on in the background while I'm meditating, channeling, spell casting, whatever I'm doing. It helps set the mood and I made these playlists with ocean spirits in mind, so I feel like it helps summon them, and I like to think that they really like that. I hope you all enjoyed this week's video. I wanted to focus on ways to channel ocean spirits through my altar because I know everyone does not have access to a beach or the ocean, but that doesn't mean that you can't form deep and beautiful bonds with mermaids and sirens. If any of you sea witches have any ways that you like to communicate with ocean spirits and you want to share, please leave them down below in the comments. I would love to read them. And with that being said, I will see you next week with a new video. Bye!